This is the new 2026 Kia Sportage. With this model, they can't fail. Making mistakes is forbidden. Why? Because this Sportage, as they call it in some places, is the best-selling model from the Korean brand Kia in the United States. So they have to treat it like a baby, the favorite one. In this video, we'll see if it redeems itself after widespread complaints about the previous Sportage model. So let's see if they've worked on what they've heard from consumers from previous owners, or if there are still things to improve. And there are a few twists and changes in the design that look you in the eye and make it more attractive. We have more power, but let's see how engine changes affect the driving experience. At the end, I'll share if I'll stick with the Kia Sportage or choose a competitor. A top rival. I'll reveal it at the end. Welcome. On the outside, you'll notice some changes, as I mentioned earlier, that will be obvious and make it more interesting. The grille has had a small modification, but above all, we're going to see some changes in the headlights. Here are 4 micro lenses, as you can see. Here we see the trend that is already being set for their electric vehicles, although this one already has some level of electrification, but it still runs on gasoline. In Sports 2026, this resembles what Kia did with the electric vehicle, 9 and IVI9 electric models. Where the look itself, the lighting setup is very interesting, isn't it? With the daytime running light that looks like a star map, like a constellation, that's all very nice. In addition to the micro lenses and LED technology, they've widened the front grille, and here we can see the front camera. This is the color they've given us in this test unit. We have functionality above and also a bit more functionality below. Because I repeat, this model is the hybrid, which is the one the brand is promoting. It's expected to be the most successful in the new Kia Sportage lineup, 2026. I also want you to notice the detail of the fog lights here, divided into 2, which also gives it that extra character to complement the personality of this new Sportage. 2026, the tires. Here are tires for 19-inch rims. These also come. Very similar to the Kia EB9 featuring an original design like this. There are people who like this, people who, let's say, have divided opinions. Let me know, what do you think about the design of the wheels on this Kia Sportage? They all come. Important fact, all models will come standard with all-wheel drive, except for the base model, which starts at $30,000. Later on, I'll tell you what that price range looks like, because one of the important arguments that the Kia Sportage has is the affordable and reasonable price it offers for the best-selling model from the Korean brand. We see body-colored mirrors with integrated lights, plus a camera for the surround view. Many safety features are standard. Clean lines below, black with metallic accents, and handles matching the body color with minimal chrome. Few metallic tones appear, mainly on the lower part. The B-pillar is black. I think the window tint combines very well, the rear windows too, giving that floating effect. And also on the top part, with that black combo, black shark fin antenna. All those things also enrich it visually, in addition to the wheel arches, which look good in that black tone as a contrast. And watch out, because later on I'm going to talk to you about problems that the Sportage had in the previous model. The price range, which is very important for this segment, is very attractive. First, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Exclusive presentations like this brought me to Kentucky. There were only a few of us invited for the new Kia Sportage. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's continue. And we have an engine that has been revised, which is very important. What have they done to the engine? Well, we have an updated version of this engine. It's a 1.6 liter, but since it's a hybrid, it works together with an electric motor that has 47.7 kilowatts and is paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The combined power is approximately 282 horsepower, which is 5 more horsepower compared to the previous model. A note on the engine, if I misstated the horsepower, I'll provide the correct number. It's 232 horsepower, just to confirm that part. As for torque, it's 271 pound-feet. But the important thing is to know how this powertrain engine configuration feels when you drive it. So let's see. And when you drive it, will you feel good in the new Kia Sportage? Why? Because it runs smoothly? I think it has good power delivery in this hybrid model, the all-wheel drive system, with very good performance. Over here on a road that's beautiful and perfect for this kind of test, where you can, let's say you have curves. You have beautiful topography, it also feels nice, and so does the vehicle. There are slopes, there are descents. We're in a diverse area that allows for that. Routes that are well studied and well designed, precisely to give you the opportunity to share your driving impression. I'm following other Kia Sportage vehicles, but what I can tell you is that you already have the driving modes here. On the steering wheel, you can switch to My Drive, where you can select and customize your driving experience a bit. You have the economy mode, and obviously the economy mode is to help with fuel consumption, which already provides 35 to 42 miles per gallon, which is important. Or you have the sport mode with a little more power, a bit better response. You don't really notice that turbo lag from this hybrid setup that the Kia Sportage has. Since this is the best-selling model, like I've told you, they couldn't mess it up here. I mean, they had to do something that matches Kia's top-selling model. Let's speed up a bit here. The sport model, we've got some curves, and I'm going... Yes, sir, I like that burst of acceleration. It's good, you can enjoy it. You can overtake without any problem, because a lot of people ask me, well, how is it for overtaking? Because with my car or with my vehicle, I step on it. And in other words, the response is slower than a turtle. Well, those delays, you really won't experience them as much in a vehicle like the Kia Sportage. I love the visibility, I love everything. I mean, the visibility. You don't need a camera here. For the mirror, the rear view mirror, you have a rear view mirror with a very good visibility frame together with the side mirrors and all the visibility. Good driving position, also quite ergonomic. I feel comfortable, and speaking of ergonomics, this steering wheel, I really like the design of the steering wheel, which has, let's say, that kind of semi-oval shape. It's somewhat similar to what the people at Corvette started doing with the new generation of the Stingray. It's something like that. It feels great and ergonomic. Grabbing the steering wheel is a pleasure, and driving this vehicle is truly enjoyable. How do you feel as the owner of this vehicle when you leave? You're obviously going to spend most of your time here, behind the wheel, driving the good stuff. How's the experience of the interior? We have updated screens, an infotainment screen. It's still connected to the instrument panel, all digital, all with a futuristic design. The steering wheel has also been updated. I like it overall. Let's turn it on so I can give you, let's say, the full experience. Very good readability of everything on the digital level. In the center console, there's the round gear selector, which also looks good with its elegant design. This here, the start button. Here we have the cup holders, which are kind of versatile with dynamic movement to allow for, let's say, larger cups. Kia has been doing this for a while, and they also provide extra space here in the center console, where you can put more things. And the key, well, look at the shape of the key, it's also pretty nice. This one has terrain mode because it's all-wheel drive. If you want to go a bit off-road, do a bit of all-terrain driving, then you use terrain mode. It adjusts the traction levels. Not for aggressive off-roading, but just enough to manage. In the center console, there's a small space with a must-have 12-volt port. I think the whole interior really communicates, let's say, it feels peaceful. And here you can open the panoramic sunroof, the sliding one. But we're going to close it because I understand there are fleas flying around here, which are bothering us a bit. That's the interior. This is still the same as last year, let's say, the air conditioning controls, also in a digital format. Your glove compartment is fine, nothing's changed. Everything harmonizes with the Kia Sportage's interior experience. How is the space? In the back, how comfortable will the passengers be? Well, I would say pretty good. There's enough space for your legs, it's quite roomy here, and we have cup holders and an armrest. The colors in perforated synthetic material complement the overall color scheme. And we see a panoramic sliding roof as well, which is pretty good and quite spacious. These features add value and enhance the Sportage's convenience. Another added benefit. This is for hanging your jacket, your coat, whatever it may be. They've put this here. Plus, you have another little thing here to hang something else. Well, these are just little details. And Kia also offers a lot of connectivity with USB ports. Now, they're no longer USB-A, the regular USB, but USB-C. Things and technology are changing. They've now made USB-C ports available in the seats, whereas before it was the regular USB. Your air vents, obviously, here so that people can stay cool. Back here, we see the taillights have also been redesigned. I really like this combination, this setup. which is also part of what they call their design language. The Kia Sportage's taillight resembles a star map or constellation, giving it a futuristic look. That's good. The Sportage stands out with its high relief and black tone branding. A little further down, we see the sensors, which are an important part. And now let's look at the trunk. Well, here you have the hybrid, which is the hybrid model I'm talking about, with the opening, and let's see how much space there is, so you have a reference. Look, obviously there aren't 3 rows of seats here. This is the 2-row seat model, but it's quite generous in terms of rear space. Here's your spare tire. I'll discuss complaints about the previous model later for your reference. Let's consider if a 2026 model is better than any 2025 or older options. I'll also talk to you about the prices, especially the price, which is one of the attractive factors of this 2026 model. We're getting there, but first let's discuss fuel consumption, which is a key factor. This hybrid model gets about 42 miles per gallon, which is quite generous. The editor will provide the equivalent in kilometers per liter. I also appreciate the updated screens in the Kia Sportage, which enhance the experience. 2026. Within the information framework it gives you, the instrument cluster is complemented by a head-up display, which projects the speed in front of you. So you don't have to keep looking down, depending on your height. That's a good thing. And a dashboard, a digital instrument panel with very easy-to-read information. Your speedometer on the right, tachometer in the middle. Well, some additional information that, combined with the central infotainment screen, can show you the map there. The radio stations, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto wirelessly make a good complement to this experience. Inside, and here on these sharp curves, some of them, I noticed that the vehicle drives with a lot of poise. It's already quite a lot, the levels of body roll. Very controlled. That's another positive point, but what complaints or negatives are there? No, from this one, since it's from 2026 and very recent, let's hope they've fixed previous issues. What were those issues? Many owners, especially of the hybrid model, have reported the check engine light turning on. There have also been complaints about electrical and sunroof issues. And let's also remember that there was a recall in 2023, a review call for the Sportage, between the 2023 and 2025 models due to faulty seat wiring. Let's hope this doesn't happen with the 2026 model. It's important to note that there are still no signs that 2026 has fixed those issues. For reference, see this video. I always like to talk about complaints or little issues that have happened with it in the previous phase, not in the previous models of these vehicles. And now I'm going to tell you the prices because this is an important factor. Here I have the list of prices that they gave us at this presentation. From Kentucky, beautiful Kentucky here in Louisville, this is something very nice. Well, the LX model, which is the cheapest model of the Kia Sportage, or Sportage as it's called here, costs $30,290. Is the LX the only one? It's the only one that comes with front-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive. The rest are all-wheel drive. Then comes the S, $32,590. The X, $33,590. The X line costs $35,490, while the SX Prestige is $40,390. That's not including destination charges from $30,000 to $40,000. Kia Sportage price range. What do you think about the price compared to a Toyota Raptor, for example? Let me know in the comments. All right, and the final verdict? Kia Sportage 2026. Well, this is the hybrid. Would you keep it? Well, if you're looking for an updated design, cutting-edge technology, good standard features, and good power. 232 horsepower efficient fuel use, 42 mpg agile handling. It felt sluggish, especially on steep inclines. I may not have mentioned it during the test drive, but it happened. If you're concerned about the 2025 model's reputation due to some electronic issues, you could give it some time to stabilize and see how the Sport turns out. But it seemed like a good vehicle to me. A good one is your recommended alternative. Well, the Toyota recreational activity vehicle, 4 always with a very good reputation, the hybrid model. Because we're comparing apples to apples, right? The hybrid system is efficient and proven to be durable, with a solid service network, so it's Toyota, so it's a great option, but, well, it's also going to cost you a bit more. All right, which one would you choose? A recreational activity vehicle, 4 hybrid, or this Kia Sportage? To mention 2 direct competitors, let me know in the comments. We're talking about hybrids, just to keep that in mind. Also, in your opinion, right there in the comments. Let me know what you think. All right, if you like the video, tell me what you think about the new Kia Sportage. Like and subscribe. Sending a big hug from Kentucky. See you in the next video. Bye, see you later.